Okay, so you're looking at a $150 Logitech C920 webcam. This webcam is sold out everywhere because it is kind of the best webcam for that price range. There's other webcams that might be similar, there's other webcams that might be more expensive, but basically this is what you're going to get if you buy a webcam and you use the webcam microphone. This webcam is good enough. You can definitely hear what I'm saying. You can definitely see me properly. I also have a nice huge window that's in the background over there that's providing me lots of light, so there's no darkness in this picture, but it doesn't sound very good. It definitely looks like I'm using a webcam, and if you have a MacBook Pro or some other laptop, you're going to get a similar experience. The best way to improve your quality from this point is to get a professional, proper, nice microphone. So let's enable that right now, and just you'll see how dramatically the video improves just from turning this thing on. Okay, so this is the same video, but with the good microphone. You can see how dramatically it has increased the clarity, the professionalism, the assertiveness of this video, even though I'm still using that video webcam. So I'm going to do the next thing, which is turn on the real Canon camera. This is the Canon camera. It looks pretty good. It's nice and lit because there's a huge window in front of me and the blinds are open. But this can still be improved. So I'm going to close the blinds and then I'm going to turn on my lights. So let's close the blinds first. Okay, so clearly this image is just a little bit too dark. You wouldn't really want to have any types of phone calls doing this unless maybe you were in cybersecurity and you wanted to look like a hacker or something. But to improve this image, let's actually turn on the key light. So the key light is over there, and I have another softbox key light that's over there that's actually going to be used as just a way to fill up the room with light. So let's turn those on now. Okay, so that light is on. It's pointing directly at me. It's a nice big light with a softbox on it, which is just a way for a light to cover a lot more area. And then I have my other light over there, which is actually pointed at the wall just to reflect off and give a nice sort of fill of light to this room. This is pretty good. I'm nicely separated from the background. The background is actually blurred, as you can see. Like you can see all those objects on my bookshelf over there are nice and blurry, and I'm the subject and I'm nice and lit and I'm separate from my background. So it gives you a lot more credibility to have your subject nicely lit and have a difference from them and the background. Another thing you can do to make yourself look even better is to turn on accent lights. Accent lights are just lights that are in the background that don't necessarily provide light to the entire scene, but they look very, very cool. So let me turn those on now. Okay, so I've turned on my accent lights. I have 3 accent lights going on here. I have this blue LED strip that's just behind my bookshelf. I have this lava lamp that I got for my birthday, which kind of looks cool in the background. And I also have actually an industrial light I picked up from Home Depot that has a daylight bulb in it, which is a very orange looking light. And this gradient it creates is that cinematic blue and orange, teal and orange gradient that makes films look really cool. They highlight skin tones and things like that. So there's a lot you can do with accent lights, but mostly they just make your scene look pretty cool. So that's the purpose of those. Now, this whole setup is not cheap. Obviously, a $200 webcam is cheaper than a $1,500 proper camera, proper studio microphone, proper audio interface, and proper lighting. So if you're in a situation where you're not using your video calls for anything mission critical, you're only doing it for maybe internal communications to your employees, or you're just a YouTuber making content, or even you're just a student who needs to do the odd group project, you probably don't need to make an investment like this. But if you're doing something where you need to tell a story in some way, you need to be credible, you need to be assertive, you need to be high quality, and you need to be professional, then you probably should make the investment. If you are someone who uses storytelling as part of your business, whether you're in sales and you're telling a story about the value your product can provide, or you're trying to get new leads and you're doing something similar with proving how your business can help others, then you probably should make the investment. There's so much more assertiveness, so much more clarity, and so much more professionalism that comes across when you've really taken the time to get the proper equipment. So let's do that before and after comparison again. So here is me, obviously, with the good quality camera and the good quality microphone. And here is me, sorry, that camera. And here is me with the $200 webcam with the built-in microphone. It's a very dramatic difference. Even when I've done all of the lighting, I have my accent lights on, I have everything in place, there just isn't enough camera sensor, image sensor in this $200 webcam to do anything great with this scene, no matter how much effort you put into lighting or anything like that. So again, if you're trying to be professional, you probably want something that's like this. It's just so much more clarity, so much more professionalism, and so much more engaging when you're trying to tell a story. So I hope that helped you. I do this professionally. You can reach us at superiorvideocalls.com. I can help you and your team get set up with this type of equipment, get it all installed. So send me a message if that's interesting to you, or just give this video a like, a thumbs up, whatever they call it these days, if it was helpful. Thanks a lot.